Hello, Reformers, and welcome to Warsword Conquest. Yes, you notice I didn't say special feature. Well, you never know. It could actually be a full series here. However, do bear in mind that I have heard that there are two, yes indeed, two non-save game compatible hotfixes on the way. And because they are on the way, that means that we will not be able to progress too much without me having to do off-screen progress. But that's okay, you know? That's absolutely fine because, well, I am very, very happy to see that the new version has come out. And they've added a bunch of new features as well. However, I think I did actually encounter a couple of issues, and that may very well be what they are attempting to hotfix later on. Because there's actually a hotfix coming later today, which is amazing. It's very, very quick for them to do that, and then in a few days there's another hotfix that is also non-save game compatible. So, yes, if you are worried about your game or progress or anything like that, then they do say to hold off and wait until playing it. But if you want to play it immediately, which it may very well be a good idea because it's actually got some really cool stuff in it, then there is a link in the description, and you can click on that and download it, of course. So yes, yeah, exactly how I always do things. So, let us start a new game and have a look at hint number 12, which actually is nothing. No, we don't need any hints, do we? No, we need no hints whatsoever because, of course, we are veterans of Warsword Conquest. Are we? Not really. Not really. But we have played a variety of different races already. We've played Undead, we have played Skaven, we've played Goblin, and we have played Chaos. And if you want to see those, well, they're going to be on the screen in a little annotation. They'll be there for about 15 seconds, so yeah, you can click those if you want to see those series. Do bear in mind that they are not full series, and some of them do end a little bit shorter than I would have liked, but at the time, I had little time. So yes, at the time I had little time, so let's time. Yes, time in your time, so yo dog, etc. Okay, well, let's continue. So, as you can see here, we have the character stats almost immediately told to us. Strength 4, Agility 4, Intelligence 4, and Charisma 4. So that's just a base, of course. I was actually thinking of playing a Beastman, because that actually sounds really cool. But then I thought, well, maybe a Saurus, maybe something like that. We have played Skeletons, of course. And then we have this. I mean, look at this. You can play as a Night Goblin, you can play as a Forest Goblin, you can play as any Elf, High, Wood, or Dark Elf. Male or female, so there's a huge amount of customization there. And then we have Dwarven, Skaven, Halfling. Not entirely sure why you would want to play Halfling. Maybe you do. Maybe you want to have some fun with a gun or something along those lines. Fun with a gun, oh yeah. And then, of course, we have Vampire, which is exactly what I am going to play. And, well, see, that's the thing, I was really drawn to the Beastman, but I felt like the Vampire just edged it out, because I feel like playing a sort of a high intelligence slash range slash sort of defensive character, which is kind of weird, because obviously the only vampires I know from Warhammer are from Blood Bowl, which is, hilariously enough, the only sort of time when I have played any kind of vampire unit. And of course, those guys, they are very kind of, they've got a really weird sort of style of play in Blood Bowl, where they have to feast at some points on their thralls on the actual battlefield, and that's kind of amazing to me, because they have amazing stats. They have really, really good stats, but they always have to roll against their bloodthirst. And obviously, I don't believe that there's a mechanic like this here, but we are going to be playing a vampire. So as you can see, I believe, I don't think we actually had this particular section of text before, so we're gonna go through that. In the eastern reach of the imperial province of Stirland lies Sylvania, a cursed place covered in foggy forests and swampy moors, littered by ruins of old castles and graveyards. Though silent and ghostly, this land is said to be still inhabited by humans that carry on their simple lives in small villages, mostly farmer communities, living under the shadows cast by the high towers of the cities, ruled by unspeakable beings. Another man is crossing the Sylvanian border. He's your father, and he was? I have no idea. What was he? Maybe an exiled heretic. I have no idea what these do to the stats, by the way. I'm not entirely sure if they've just changed the names or if they've changed the stats at all, but That sounds good. Maybe a vampire servant, actually? I don't actually know. I think we'll just go for an exiled heretic for now. As a child, you spent your days as... well, I don't know. That's the thing. I think maybe he was an exiled heretic, so maybe a mind slave. That might be pretty cool. With life fading away forever and eternal undeath taking its place, you tasted the cursed cup of immortality. With your renewed strength, you set out to become a vampire lord. Of course, a vampire lord. With the passing of time, the ancient blood of Neferata, the first of all the vampires, visibly changed you. That eons-old curse flowing in your veins had turned your skin pale, your face in a contorted grin, your eyes into empty holes of nothingness. But together with these external changes came many new ambitions and dreams. Dreams of dominance that slowly crept in your mind as the ravenous lust for conquest overtook your almost vanished soul. You knew you were going to leave your mark upon this world, but you still had to deal with your life. Until one day, you left it all behind because of... what? Well, that's the thing. Let's see. Lust for money and power? A prophecy? Wanderlust? No. A blood oath? No. Lust for money and power, because we are a vampire lord, or we are attempting to be one, so let's do that. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life. Yes. You want to be rich, powerful, respected, and feared. Yes, exactly. Vampire lord. Why not? Okay, so let's go here. And I already know what name I am going to take, because, oh yes, we are going to be a count, and we are going to be Count Grayson. Oh yeah. And thumbs up to anyone that gets that reference. If you get that reference, then you are a cool person. So let's see now. What are we going to do? That's the thing. I actually decided initially to go for a gun build because I personally feel like that really suits a vampire. I have no idea why, but it kind of does in my opinion. I know we used guns on our Skaven character, Slythe, but I just kind of thought maybe that would be really cool. As you can see, he already has 3 in Persuasion, which is just absolutely amazing to me. So I am thinking we are going to go for a high agility, high intelligence build right now. So let's go for 9 in basically everything. I want to get strength to at least 9 and charisma to at least 9 just so that we can get multiples of 3 going and make sure that we're all okay in that regard. So let's get some more pathfinding here. Weapon master definitely has to be bigger. We need some more athletics. Riding skill, I'm actually not sure about riding skill right now, so I'm probably going to leave that where it is. But otherwise, I'm going to just level up a little bit of Iron Flesh there. Obviously, that's the reason why I want to get strength up a little bit, because I don't want to die in one hit, do we? We really don't want to die in one hit. And then we're going to go for some prisoner management. Oh yes, we definitely want to get some prisoner management there. And I'm going to go for some firearm skill because I really want to have a gun. And I know early on that's going to be absolutely impossible in my opinion because it's going to be very, very expensive, but otherwise that is fine. Now as you can see, look at this guy. Oh yes, he's looking very fearsome indeed, isn't he? Okay, so let us randomize a little bit just so that you guys can get a little bit of an idea of what we could potentially look like. Ooh, that looks wonderful. That looks very, very nice. Okay, so I think we're gonna do a little bit more customization than I usually do, because I actually feel like the customization is worthwhile spending a little bit of time on. Not that I don't think that about everything else, but you know what I mean. Sometimes there really isn't a lot to really do, so yes. Okay, so let's see. Can I actually find something good here? Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Ooh, that's looking very good. Oh yes, exactly, that's what we like. Okay, so there we go, that is Count Grayson. Let us now... wait, change his hair color a little bit. It needs to be a little bit darker, I feel. And he needs to be older, of course. He needs to be about... well, around there, I suppose. That sounds good. Okay, you live in the old world, lands torn between rival kingdoms, etc. That hasn't changed too much. So, as you can see, look at this. We can start in all of these different areas. Tomb Kings, Realm of Chaos. And, of course, we have the Nippon colonies as well as the Beastmen domain. But we are going to be starting in Sylvania. And here we are. Welcome to Warsword Conquest. And welcome back, should I say, to Warsword Conquest, because Yes, it's been quite a long time since we have visited this land, and I am just going to be very quickly running over... Ah, really? Are you sip? Okay, so, yeah. I am going to be very quickly heading on over to these places here. We are going to be hiring a bunch of units, and then we will, of course, try to do battle with these undead. They seem to be the bandits in the area, so that's, I guess, okay. We do need... Oh my, we have no food. Of course we have no food. That is not too good, is it? No, not too good. Okay, so come on, hire them. Yes, hire them, thank you. Can I go over there as well? Okay, I need to be careful because the writing is black, which is kind of difficult. So, as you could see there, I apparently was able to recruit units without any money in my coin purse, as it were. And I apparently have no gear. I have no gear whatsoever. Okay, well that's kind of weird. Is that a bug? Is that a bug, or is that maybe just how the vampire starts out? That actually would be pretty cool, because then you have to rely on your minions, should I say. You have to rely on your minions quite a bit. Okay, so let's try and find those undead units if we can, and try and take them out, because I feel like they would definitely give us a good amount of cash. Hello there. Oh no. Don't need to worry about you, thank you very much. Okay, well, yes, they're making peace. Well, that's good for them. It is very dark, isn't it? It is very dark at night. And I'm actually wondering, is the morale actually going to make a difference to these guys? As you can see, they actually level up into ghouls and skeleton archers. Oh, yes, let's have a look at the map. I did say we were going to do that. So, as we can see, this is where Sylvania is. You can't really see it right now because it is actually nighttime. So maybe I should show the map when it's in daytime. That would probably be a better idea. Okay, so, yeah, these guys are wanting to kill me already. Yes, that is not very good. Is there no way to avoid this battle? No, there isn't, apparently. Okay, so... yeah, at least we get a little bit of a look at the zombies, of course, but we already know that zombies, yes, we had zombies beforehand, technically, but we couldn't really recruit them that much. They were available in the villages, but this is not going to happen, is it? No, it is not going to happen at all. We are literally going to have the most problems ever, because we are against, well, many units. Actually, 193. Yes, 193 units. Can I retreat right now? Can I retreat? Yes, I can. Okay, so excellent. So I can actually retreat, but I have been cornered somewhat by these opponents here. But I lost a couple of zombies, but that's not a big deal. As we know, zombies are expendable. So that is okay. But that is a very brutal start, isn't it? Yes, I really should be very careful about where I run to, because obviously, I mean, you've seen them. Yes, you have seen them. It is very tricky to run around in Sigmar territory. So I want to make sure that I stay within our borders, at least right now. And maybe we should go up and fight some trolls. Actually, that's never going to happen. We're never going to be able to fight trolls as we are right now, unfortunately. So, yeah, okay, so I'm going to cut away. Actually, let's just take a look at the map. I will cut away in a minute, but as you can see, they seem to have split. Kislev and Prague, and they are now a tsardom of... yes, they are now a tsardom of Kislev, and they have made them into a different faction there, which is actually pretty cool. There's Bretonnia, of course, and we do have the High Elves down here, and this is where the Nippon are. They are right here, the Nippon colonies. Very cool to see them. And then, of course, we have the Dark Elves up there, and the Chaos in the north. Well, technically not the north. Well, it kind of is the north. Yeah, it is the north, actually. And then we have the Orcs on the side here, the Goblins, of course, and then we have the Tomb Kings, who have had their... I think they've had their color changed, actually. And then, of course, we have the Lizardmen down there. And where are the... ah, yes. There's the Beastmen. And they are going to be very difficult to take out. And Skaven, Pirates, of course. And we do have the Wood Elves. Ooh, the Wood Elves have actually been added. That's actually pretty cool. And then, of course, the Empire has the most ground here. And the Vampires are absolutely shall we say, penned in. They are absolutely penned in. Okay, so I guess that's okay. That's absolutely fine. So yes, I'm going to cut away. I'm going to try and find some undead units, and we are hopefully going to try and vanquish them. Okay, so as you can see, we have the newly retextured skeleton archers. They look a whole lot better than they used to, don't they? Yes, they definitely do. So let us head on in here. Now, these guys, they only have 10. I have 21, so we should, in theory, be absolutely fine. But of course, I have no weapons. Yes, I have no weapons whatsoever, so I will have to rely on our zombies doing all of the damage, which is absolutely fine, because that is exactly what a vampire lord should do, or should not participate in the battle at all. And I'm going to try and punch this. Yes, come on. Of course, we are not going to be dealing any damage whatsoever. I'm pretty sure that is a bug, so do bear in mind that there is a hotfix coming, and that's absolutely fine. And, whoa, yes, definitely not want to block with my hands. Not a good idea. Okay, so hopefully they will kill all of those skeleton archers, and hopefully I will not be the victim of one of their arrows. That would be absolutely atrocious. Now, hopefully, because of our prisoner management, we will be able to take a number of these prisoner, and as a result gain a huge amount of money, and then be able to buy some much-needed gear. Because all of these zombies are using clubs, they are actually meaning that we can actually maybe... Wait, maybe we can take all of them prisoner. That would be wonderful. Can I actually pick up one of these weapons, though? That is the thing. I would like to pick up one of these weapons, but unfortunately I'm not having the best of luck right now with that. No, unfortunately not. Ah, here we go. A short sword. Yes, excellent. Okay, come back here, skeleton. Oh... Unfortunately, he is going to be running away rather easily, in actual fact. Ah, zombies. You cannot rely on them to run very fast, apart from if you're playing Left 4 Dead or watching 28 Days Later or something along those lines, but really? Ah, okay, so yeah, those guys, he is just going to run. Can we end the battle prematurely? No, we can't. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I don't really want to retreat, because that would potentially void all of the prisoners that we have so far gained. Now, bear in mind, I actually feel like the best start, the only reason I'm doing this is to show you what's actually going on with the zombies and everything, but the best start, in my opinion at least, if you are starting as a vampire anyway, is to enlist in one of the Lord's armies, because that is going to mean that you are engaged in many, many combat scenarios almost immediately, because of course they are hemmed in so much by the Empire and by the Dwarves that there would be a lot of conflict almost all the time. So that's definitely something to take into account. Okay, so there you go. Look at that. We have 12 to upgrade, but unfortunately I have no money. So let us get this large bag of salt, this skeleton helmet, which I can now wear. I can use this spear as well. And of course I'm actually not a bowman at all, so I'm not going to be using any of that. But as you can see, it's actually really cool the way that it started out. I'm not entirely sure whether it's a bug or whether it's a design decision, but I actually feel like it's pretty nice to actually start just with nothing, because then you have to grind your way up from literally zero, and sometimes that's actually pretty cool. Oh, I need to run away from these guys, that's for sure. I do very much need to do that. Okay, so let's get some ghouls. Yes. Some ghouls. Anyway, there's the ghouls, that's what they look like. And we can then go for skeleton warriors and ghosts. Oh, we can actually go for some ghosts if we want to. Oh, yes. Okay, so there was actually another undead party around here, but they appear to have been chased off. Which is not great, I have to say. Not great, but I can now head over to the main town in Sylvania and sell my wares. And look at this, town activities. Look at that. You get a town activities, visits, tournaments, quests, manage center. So that's pretty cool. But yes, right now we are just going to be selling all of these things. 57 gold and the salt. So that's 500 gold. Very nice. Do I actually even need cabbages? That's the thing. I don't even know whether it matters whether I have very low morale or not, because it doesn't seem like people are leaving. So I can assume that maybe it doesn't matter? Is that true? If it doesn't matter, then that's amazing, because that's exactly how undead units would be. They don't need food. They don't need food, so that would be really, really nice, actually. Mercenary zombie pirates here, and we do have a couple of... Ooh, Lazarus, hello there. Ah, I kill. Get high on warpstone and kill some more. Just show me who is the enemy and my blade will see them rot on the soil. Oh, yes. I hear rumors that you are that someone. Hello there. Lost everything I did. Don't think that because I am a girl you can take advantage of me. I know all the tricks. Okay, so apparently we're a girl now. Okay, so 100 dinars. Yes, let's do it. There we go. So Lazarus has now joined us. I am not going to be taking this fellow because he's an orc. And I want to stay true to the vampire theme, at least right now. So there we go. So, yeah, we're going to be waiting here for some time. And, okay, there's a couple of bugs there, here and there. Ah, yes, now they are starting to desert. So they do actually need food. Okay, well, that's, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Okay, that's not a problem. I'll buy some fruit and some bread. And that should be fine to feed them for a little bit of time. So yes, without further ado, that is the first episode of Warsword Conquest. I'll return to it, and I hope you have enjoyed it. And once again, there's a link in the description if you want to download the mod. And there's a bunch of hotfixes incoming as well if you missed that at the beginning. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.